What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Creative podcast, man. I am here bringing you the action of Game 3 for the World Series. And I told y'all, man, them Phillies, boy, them Phillies. Before we get into it, though, man, like, subscribe, comment, follow our podcast, man. Appreciate the comments, appreciate the love and support. We're going to keep coming with that heat. Stay consistent, baby, but man, I'm telling y'all, boy, let's get into it. I told you guys in the predictions of Game 1 that the Phillies are here. They're here to play. They're here. They're a force. They're a reckoning with, man. I'm telling you, like, their hitting is something serious. Tonight, 7-0, shut the Astros out. Come on, man. 5 home runs. 5 home runs. They have 17 home runs this postseason. That's tied third most of all time. Insane. So you guys know, Game 3 is always pivotal. You know, Game 3 is always pivotal in any sport. But in baseball, the winner of Game 3, 68% of the time wins the World Series. I'm telling you, the coaching, the Phillies stole that first game, and the Astros, because the Astros should have had that game. But what really won the game 1, was the coaching, the manager. I mean, I haven't seen something like that in a long time. I talked about it in the first video, but man, the way he managed the game, the way that he was strategic and pitchers that are going to face certain batters, man. I mean, he was unmatched. So, and he's playing this, and he's consistent. I mean, each game, they lost Game 2, but each game, I mean, he's managing from first inning to the last inning. And that's baseball. That's baseball. Because baseball is such a mental game. But I'm telling you guys, man, the Phillies are here. They still haven't lost. They were 5-0. They were 5-0 before, before tonight's game. Now they're 6-0 at home this postseason. They have not lost. I'm telling you, man. Hey, Phillies, stand up, man. Like, I got this Boston Red Sox fan. I'm a Red Sox fan. I know you see the Patriots back there. I'm a Red Sox fan, but you know what? Hey, like I said, I'm riding with the Phillies in 6 games. I'm going with the hot team. I mean, even their division. See, the thing with the Phillies, even their division, even though they had only won about 87 or 88 games, they're in a tough division. It was no weak division. So for them to still come out wild card and go through, again, like I said this last video, for where they started, they beat the defending champs in the Braves. They took them out, and they made them look like they were chumps. So, I mean, it's the hitting. But, man, let me pull up this graphic, man. We can get into it for a little bit. But, man, Game 3, Philadelphia. In this game, remember, it was supposed to play yesterday, but inclement weather postponed it. So I wonder, stuff like that happens. I always wonder if that is that's an advantage, for the home team. You get the extra day of work, you get the extra day of practice. The Astros, they're not from Philly. Obviously, they live in Houston. They're not here they're here in Houston, but they're not in Philly. But I always wonder when stuff like that's the natural act of God right there. You can't do anything to control that. But I always wonder, I always think it's an advantage for the home team. I mean, the home team is they're at home with their kids, their families. They're more in a comfortable setting. They're more relaxed. They can go back on their field. Again, the Phillies are undefeated at home this postseason. So, I think by them getting another day of rest, hey, I think that was advantage Phillies. But hey, like I said, man, they came out again and balled. Look, ties is it 5 homers in Game 3. Insane. Bryce Harper, first inning. I mean, he started them boys off right. Alec Baum, second. Brandon Marsh, which he was traded mid-season, came through, center fielder. Kyle Schwarber, fifth, and Rice Hoskins, also in the fifth. All went deep. I mean, look, again, like I said, making Phillies' first team in history to hit 5 home runs in the World Series in the first 5 innings in the World Series contest. I mean, it's this team, I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, hit. Their pitching is to be respected. Now, technically on paper, like I said, technically on paper, the Astros have a better all-around team, definitely better pitching. But I mean, I'm telling you that. See, that's the thing I love about sports. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you have on paper. It doesn't matter what what you're supposed to do, what you're projected to do. What matters is what you do in the game, day in and day out. That's what matters. Who's going to show up? Who's going to not? Like, what's that? What Stephen A. Smith says on First Take: when palms get sweaty, breast smell like Similac. When you get into that pressure, people fold. And you never know. You never know. Who's going to fold, who's going to step up, and that's why America, not America, but that's why the world loves sports. Well, I love sports. More importantly, I love baseball. Because baseball, the thing about baseball is, you have opportunity. It doesn't matter if you're big. You could be the biggest person, the strongest person, the skinniest person. It doesn't matter who you are, your physical stature. This game is about mental. And it's about technique. It's about repetition. It's about doing the exact same thing over and over and over. And that takes and requires discipline. So it's a different type of mental fortitude you got to have to play this game of baseball, man. I love it. Let's pull up the box score real quick. Look at that, man. Suarez pitched a great game. He was only in for 5 innings, 4 Ks. He gave a 1 walk, no errors at all. Carlos Jr., man, he didn't have such a good out. He pitched 4 innings, 7 errors, 5 Ks, 1 walk. But, man, I mean, we can talk about the hitting, but, I mean, on the Astros side, but look, they scored. Look at the box. 0. Shut out. Whole game. But let's just check it out, man. Look, Altuve, 4 bats. Pena, 3 at-bats, 1 hit. Alvarez, I'm telling you, Alvarez, he has been in a slump. I mean, the whole postseason, and a little bit before the postseason too, he's been struggling as well. But if he ever turns it on, I mean, I'm telling you, he's what I'm worried about. Like, again, this is what they call the death lineup: Alvarez, Bregman, and Tucker. But Alvarez gets it started. I mean, he's a monster once he's on, but he's struggling. Now, look at that. Look at his batting average. He didn't even get 100. 91.091. I mean, he is struggling. I mean, that's damn near pitiful. I mean, especially for a caliber player of him. I mean, he's always going to be respected at the plate, but he's not having a good postseason. Bumped the World Series. Bergman, 3 at-bats. Tucker, 4 at-bats. Yuri, 4 at-bats. I mean, like, he got 1 hit. Hensley, McCormick, Maldonado. I mean, look, it's just, again, man, they just didn't have the game. When you go on the other side, Schwarber, 3 at-bats, 2 runs, 1 hit. Look at the average, 300. Hoskins, 1 with the home run, so same as Schwarber, 4 at-bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 250. Catcher, Relamuto, 4 at-bats. He didn't really have a good game. 4 at-bats, didn't have any walks, struck out. Maybe he got a couple pop flies. Not maybe. No, he actually did strike out. Bryce Harper, he got the train rolling with the first home run. I mean, Castellanos, Baum, Sosa. Again, you see this right here. So in ninth, and see, this is the thing. Again, it goes to the coaching and managing. In the 9th inning, he pulls out Castellanos and he pulls out Baum from right field to third base, and he switches it out. See, again, you'll be like, well, what's the point? It's strategic. This guy, it doesn't matter. We're up. The Phillies are up 7-0 in the top of the 9th inning, and this manager is like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna rest on my laurels, and we're still gonna follow the game plan to a T. And so took some out, and he takes out Beerling, and he takes out Castellanos and Baum, and he puts in Beerling and Sosa. So I mean, this was another game that I predicted in game 2 that they were going to win. Suarez, again, he pitched a hell of a game. They got their for the next game. I'll tell you what, the next game that they play, let's pull it up. For the next game, the Phillies definitely got their hands full. If I'm not mistaken, Game 4. Where we at? Here we go. Game 4. Make sure we get this right. Oh, for the Phillies, Aaron Nola. So he started. I think with Aaron Nola, he's going to make even though the Astros in Game 1, they took advantage of him. But he snapped back into it with the 4th inning. And then he kind of, settled down. But I think he's going to really make the adjustments. I always think it's interesting with baseball because you would say, because, okay, so the Astros, again, they scored, 3 or 4 runs in the first inning, Game 1. You would say that, they got his number. They got his number. But I would say, I think it's easier for a pitcher to come back from that because he can actually learn and watch tape, which he has. He can learn from his lessons. He knows what pitches. He can adjust his game. So in this Game 4, where they're up 2-1, I think Nola's going to bounce back, and I think he's going to have I don't want to say a hell of a game, but I think he's going to have a better game than he did in Game 1. And for the Astros, they're Javier Game, which is saving Verlander for Game 5, which makes sense. I thought they would go with Verlander, but they're in Philly. So if Philly wins again tonight, they're going to be back in Houston. So they're going to need their ace to hold it down. If they do go down 3-1. So I mean, this tomorrow is going to be another great game. Like I said, man, the Phillies, man. Look at again, like I talked about in the division. So this is the Phillies. Look at it on the right side. Their division is not weak. They were in the same division with the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. Both teams that were in the playoffs, and both teams, that they didn't see the Mets, but because the Padres took out the Mets, but they took out Atlanta. So it was no weak division. So, but anyway, I really think I got Phillies in Game 6. Oh, man, are taking this in 6 games. The way it's looking though, man, like I said, they just haven't lost at home. And I think a lot of people just like, man, the Astros. So the interesting stat too, before I get to the next point, is that both of these teams have not lost back-to-back in the last 40 games, including the regular season. And they're keeping the streak alive. So the Astros will have to win tomorrow to keep that streak alive. But at some point, somebody's going to have to lose. Somebody's going to lose. And hey, the time is now. The time is now. Tomorrow, again, the Phillies have not lost. They have not lost in the postseason at home. They're red hot. As long as they keep those bats alive, I just don't see them losing. I don't. So, man, my pick for tomorrow's game is I'm taking the Phillies. I'm riding on momentum. I think they're going to ride the momentum with their bats, their pitching, the fans. The fans were just nuts. If you guys watched the game live, they were loud. Which Astros fans are well. Comparing the fans, it's just different. Astros fans, Houston fans, and Philly fans are just different. You just have to be in the atmosphere to experience it. The Philly fans I just feel like it's a little bit more of an attachment. They really, really, really love their teams, all their teams. So, but man, again, man, this is a hell of a game. I'm excited. Like I said, man, this is postseason World Series baseball play for me, man. But this has been a good one. I appreciate you guys again with the support of following us. Please like, subscribe, get in the comments, man. Talk to us. We're going to engage with you. We got a lot more coming. Stay tuned. I'm staying consistent. I'm doing game by game. So watch this. This video will drop tomorrow around noon or 1. And then tomorrow they play again. And I'm going to do another vid. So stay with us. Stay blessed. Stay up. This is your boy Bobby from the Creative Podcast. I'm out. Peace.